Father Nimile Donyan has a mission in Liberia that he called the Free Education Tent. And this is because he set up a tent, literally, with a blue plastic tarp on some bamboo sticks. And this served as a school for poor children who would not otherwise have an education in a country that had been torn by civil wars and brutality. A lot of these children were orphans. They were staying with relatives or just people from the village.
Maybe you have to go a bit faster so you can get the sample with us.
Which are you leading on? I'm leading on the left side. Which are you leading on? I'm leading on the left side. I'm leading on the left side. Which are you clapping on? I'm clapping on the left side. Which are you clapping on? I'm clapping on the left side. I'm clapping on the left side. Which are you jumping on? I'm jumping on the left side. Which are you jumping on? I'm jumping on the left side. I'm jumping, 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 jumping on the left side.
It was a very hot summer day, and I had just finished a church service where our pastor had given us a very inspiring sermon about how we should take our Christianity outside of the church as well as having it in there. So I was driving down the road and sitting in my nice air-conditioned car, which was about 95 degrees outside, and I saw this man in rather heavy white robes standing at the trolley stop right down there, and I thought, well, you know, why don't I do this now? So I rolled down the window and I said, hey, would you like a ride? I knew he was going to be going some distance, so I thought maybe, you know, I could give him a ride, be a nice air-conditioned car, he'd be cool. And he was a little nervous about this. He wasn't quite so sure this is what he wanted to do, and after we talked for a little bit, he figured out I was for real, and he got in and we drove away. Little did I know he wanted to go all the way to Drexel Hill, but that gave us a chance to talk.
We believe that there are a lot of children who could go to school, but because of poverty, they are unable to go to school. And with the grace of God, we were inspired to start the PET program in 1998. This piece of land was bought by our Christian friends in India in 2001.
When I first met Nimile Donyan, I knew very little about Liberia. I knew it was in Africa, but that was about it. I found out that it is the second oldest black republic in the world, and that it was formed by freed slaves who went there before and during and after the Civil War. This nation has alternately thrived and been thrown into absolute chaos by brutal people who just have nothing to do but go out and rob others. And
the students here are from this area, but a lot of them are children from poor families' background. Of course, anybody knows that a child that is coming to school under these kind of conditions is not from rich family.
in spite of circumstances that most of us would find absolutely oppressive, you will see that the children that you see in this video are quite happy and cheerful, and they have hope for the future. And that's what I want to help provide.
So this is the land that was bought for us by our friends in India. To God be the glory. From there to that side, and there is the site for the church. A decent building will be put here for the worship of God. We built this little structure here for the watchman. And he and his wife were here and took care of this land. Had they not been here, this land would have been resold. That is the office for the evangelization of people. This is a storeroom. This office is for education and personnel. Storeroom, the kitchen, the porch. we need a couple of things. 200 steel rods, 200 bags of cement, 310 pieces of planks to make the form, 7 loads of sand, 2 loads of crushed rock.
As the church got to know about this mission and knew, that it was for real, that it was successful, and that it was doing really great things, they all began to get committed to it, and it became a part of our church missions. Our church supports the mission with about $1,200 a month, and this pays for salaries and it pays for the supplies and the things that are needed to keep the school running.
This is the full structure that we put up. It is only with the grace of God that we are able to be here. But when the rains come, we wouldn't be able to have any classes here. So these are 6 classrooms plus 6 classrooms, and the 2 classrooms there. We're making 14. And we're going to put 2 more classrooms here, 16, plus this administration building. In the middle will be the children's playground. There we will gather for important events. And as God will have it, all our schools are now on our own land. If the money is available, the children come to school free of charge, the teachers get their salary. It is our hope that through education, Liberia will rise again. We must have people who are prepared to sustain the Liberia that will rise. These are children of Liberia. And if they get the support from kindergarten through college, we believe with the help of God, they will be an example not only to this community, but to the entire country and to Africa as a whole.
I want to invite you to join me and the members of my congregation in this absolutely wonderful mission where children are given hope, they're given the saving knowledge of Jesus Christ, and they're given a reason for going on in a country where there's an awful lot of reasons not to. This is hope. This is what we can do now, what we can do today. And I ask you to join with me. If you're interested, please call. We can send you more information. I'll be glad to speak with you personally or come and speak to your congregation. We need our sister churches to help us to join in this mission. Thank you very much. Peace of Jesus be with you all.
Come on now, a proper noun. A common noun names any person, place, or thing.
A common noun names any person, place, or thing.
A proper noun names a particular person, place, or thing.
A proper noun names a particular person, place, or thing.